So my name is Ben Sharp, and I'm a junior economics major from Borger, Texas. I chose economics because I had an awesome professor. I guess it wasn't a professor in high school, it was a teacher. I had a teacher in high school for economics who really inspired my love for it. It was the first subject where I'd actually really felt challenged. And so with that being said, I was like, man, this is what I want in college, is I want to feel challenged, and I want to pursue something that actually pushes me to seek out information. And so that was kind of the reason I chose economics, as well as it's really interesting. A lot of people think economics is all about money, but it's really more about decision making. And so that was what I wanted to understand, is why people make the decisions that they do. My family are all educators. Both my parents are teachers, and then my grandfather is a professor. And so with that being said, we've been very involved in education my whole life. It's been something that's very important to my family, and so I hope to continue on that legacy in a little bit of a different way, but doing the same general field. Growing up, my papa went to UT, but my parents are both tech alums. And so it was kind of always a battle for my allegiance. My papa would always get me to do the hook'em, and then my parents would get me to do guns up. And so up until about third grade, I was really confused about who I should like. I had tech shirts and UT shirts in my drawers. But then my parents were like, all right, we're going to take him to the Jones. We're going to take him to a tech game, and that'll finally convince him. So I went to the tech game, and I was absolutely blown away. We beat Texas A&M that year, and it was the most fun I believe I'd ever had in my life. And so that was the moment where I was like, man, I am a Red Raider. And so with that being said, I think Texas Tech to me means a family, because I associate it with my family. Well, so last year I had the experience of running for an exec office. I ended up losing, but I feel like that experience really kind of shaped my picture of SGA. I realized the things that were possible and the excitement of it, and seeing Holton be elected to office and having that relationship with him already established, I was really able to get a good picture of what running for president and then ultimately being president, what that looks like, and the things that are associated with that job. And so I felt like that was something that I could do. And then over the last year as well, I was blessed enough to win Homecoming King and several other leadership positions around campus. And I was like, man, I really feel like that I have the leadership skills to be able to run for president. Across the nation, we have turmoil on our university campuses, especially examples like Yale and Mizzou, where free speech is coming into question. It's really, I don't know if scary is the right word, but values that have been held in America for a long time are being questioned, is this right, is this true? And so with that being said, we need leadership on the campus. And the only way that we can truly understand how to move forward is by understanding where we're falling behind. And so with that being said, I want to open up lines of communication between the student body and student government, because ultimately we are the voice of the student body to administration. So I want to start a series of town halls, which will occur 3 times a semester, at the beginning, in the middle as kind of a checkup, and then at the end so we can talk about how far we've come. And so those town halls will occur 3 times a semester, and in those, I want every student to feel empowered to share their voice. If they feel really safe on campus and they love Texas Tech, let us hear about that. Let us know where we're doing well. But if you don't feel safe on campus sharing your views, or even existing with it as you are coming out, we want to hear about that as well. We need to fix that. We want to make sure that Texas Tech is the family that I talked about, that it's a place where every student is loved and feels accepted and feels empowered to take the most from their educational experience. So my first album that I ever got was, I went behind my parents' back and I bought Nickelback, All the Right Reasons, because all my friends were singing Rockstar at the middle school, and I was like, dude, that song is cool. And so I really wanted a bathroom that I could play baseball in, because baseball is my favorite sport. So I went and bought the album and was listening to it in my room. My mom came in and she's like, what is this? And I told her it was some Christian band, and she didn't believe me, so she pulled out the album. She found the album, and she looked at the album cover, she saw a cuss word, and she took the album, and I don't know where it is. So that's where we're at.